Hi, welcome back to Craig's Twist 81. This is my playthrough of Age of Wonders 3, the Elven Court. Unfortunately, I messed up my previous recording, and so the game has progressed a tiny little bit, but unfortunately I wasn't able to record it. So just to give you a brief update, we have a settler who has come up here, and he's in the process of settling this area here, which is going to give him 2 mines, a watchtower, which I don't think actually contributes to anything, and we've got some resources there. So just 2 mines over here. That city is going to generate some gold. Down here we've obviously got our original capital city, our throne city, the fair dwelling here. This is the it's another high elf outpost. I took the human city here. It really wasn't that big of a battle at all. It was just a few little garrison units, and those that's our what's his name again, Reskar. That's Reskar and the draconian units up here that have taken this little garrison, this little fort, and they were supported by the fairies that were previously garrisoning this dwelling. In the underground we still have our elven leader, Sundrin, and she's just guarding this teleporter. So currently what we're doing is we're going to have Reskar come back down here with the support of just the draconians. I think I'm going to keep the fairies and the monster hunter together. I'm going to have them hold this fort just in case anything decides to attack from the north. And Reskar, along with those draconian units, are going to come into this cave entrance, come up and clear this teleporter and activate it so that our hero can come across. And that's kind of where we're up to now. Nothing else has really happened, so sorry about that little mess up. So there's nothing really to do here. We've got 100 gold to spend. This is our fair dwelling. I really want the toads to the Night's Shade fairies, but we don't have enough gold to build that. Then we've got Eldaste, which is our throne city. There aren't any special buildings around here, so it's not like we're going to get any special units. So far we have the barracks, we have our rogue's palace. So yeah, we can start building some irregular units. Yeah, so we'll probably just end up doing that. Infantry units. I mentioned before in the previous video that I really wanted to build some swordsmen, because the elven swordsmen, when they've leveled up, seem pretty cool. So I'm probably going to do that actually. So we've got 100 gold. I'm just going to spend 50 on getting the arena, which will improve our infantry units. And I think we're just going to... There's nothing really to spend. I could activate that. It would almost halve my income. I could summon some crows, and why not? They're probably going to die straight away, because whenever I summon like a single scout unit and send it out on a scouting mission, something always kills it. So I'm not sure whether there's going to be a huge point in casting this, but let's do it anyway. So we can summon some crows, and what I'll do is, even though it'll slow them down, I'm going to have them fly through the forests and the mountains, so they're less likely to be attacked. What do you know, we'll come across some as this. So this is still absorbing, so I'm going to wait for 3 turns, and then it's only a town, so it would be useful to have these then. So these crows are going to just stay there. They're going to just flock around in the mountains there. We'll bring Reskar. We've got this unit who's still injured, but hopefully by the time we have this battle they'll have recovered, because those charges are useful, so I'll probably need them. And you know what, I'll probably support them with the monster hunter. So we'll send him underground, and we can't reach them this go anyway. I could start the battle with him, but we'll take the monster hunter and we'll support. I don't think I'll need the support actually. What have they got? Nah, it's only 3 orc units. I'm really not going to need the support, but whatever. I've sent this guy down here now, so we might as well use him. And the fairies, who attack primarily with ranged attacks, are going to hold this fort. We'll put them on camp mode. Alright, so we now have this new high elf city high Elven city up here, and we've got a garrison, and we're immediately getting that gold, so that's good. I'm getting an immediate gold, and I'm going to bring this guy up here to collect the resources and build the building hall, the builder's hall, because that's going to be useful. That's going to speed up all of our production. And I'll just keep you on guard again, just in case. And now that we do have a little bit of spare gold, I want to increase the growth rate. So I'm kind of spending almost every penny I have there. We now have the arena built. I'm just going to, obviously I'm not going to build anything else now. Yeah. Do they have the building? Yeah, they already have the builder's hall. That's grown. So now we have the hasteberries in our domain, which is increasing our production capability. Was this in ours before? I'm not sure it was. So I now have extra knowledge and extra growth, building production points there. And I could start this fight now, but I'm going to wait until next turn. So let's skip past this. So now the monster hunters are going to come here to support, and we'll start this fight. So it's just a teleporter, it's nothing magical here, so we don't have any adverse spell effects. And I've been playing as the necromancers before making this video, so I'm kind of just having to think about the units again and become familiar. Okay, so we can immediately maybe, right, so what have we got? We've got the knight, pillar and razor bow. So zoom right out one. Did the monster, do we, oh there he is. Okay, so the impaler over here has got first strike and everything else there. This is the monster hunter. Oh, so we have two lots of monster hunters and the draconian charger. They're going to do more damage to me by the looks of it because of the pike square, and I'm a flying unit. Obviously they'll do a hell of a lot of damage to him. I think I'm going blind, but where are my charger units? Elder, charger. Oh, yeah, they are the chargers. What am I talking about? So the other ones, the ones that... because these are pikemen. Oh, maybe I lost them in a previous battle. Anyway. So we will have the chargers. See, I would have liked to have... So, okay. See, the chargers would have been great over here, but they can't reach. So instead, I will send him over here. Although he's a little bit weak. What kind of spells do we have? I mean, this is probably an easy battle that I don't really need to be thinking too much about, but I am. Okay, so we'll bring the monster hunter forward. Go shot in at the at those guys. We will bring these guys forward. And do some damage against those two. Likewise, pull these forward. I can't quite finish them off. I'll pull Reskar. I will pull Reskar forward actually. No, I won't. No, I won't. Their defense is pretty good actually, so I think I'll pull him forward. pull the charger forward. I think these guys, obviously they could still just move in here and attack, but they'll take some damage from doing that as well. And I'll pull him over. And I think we should finish the razor bows off. So if they move anywhere, they're probably going to take a flank attack here. So they're probably going to attack charges. That should do it. Let's just see what happens. Oh god. Yeah. Oh, I don't believe it. That was ridiculous, quite frankly. Absolutely ridiculous. I think what I've noticed from the AI in this game is they don't care if they die as long as they take someone with them. That's generally the mentality of the AI. I don't care if I die, I'm just taking somebody with me. So I lost my charges, which I'm gutted about because I don't have a draconian city, so it's not like I can just recruit some new ones. But anyway, we reactivated the teleporter and can now use it across this lake. It'll provide our troops with a useful shortcut into Gamblang's domain. That's a great thing about the necromancer. If you lose a troop, you can usually just resurrect them straight away. So we have a pretty I think I'm gonna the monster hunter can join in here to replace the lost charger. I'm gonna bring these back to the fort because this is a weak area that they could easily break into my. That's now been activated, so she can move across, move up here, and I see there's something over here I can I wonder if those spiders are protecting anything. Some knowledge, some scrolls and whatnot. So let's fight this one. I'll put it on medium speed. Alright, so Blight is probably not going to do much of anything. She's a rogue, so she's going to be... Where did I put her? Yeah, I gave her some decent melee, and she's got decent defense, relatively decent defense. So swordsman will take a little bit of damage from poison, but they're shielded, so they'll take the brunt of the physical attacks. As we say, longbowmen are fantastic. So right, so what I'm going to do is, this guy, this Dread Spider Queen doesn't have... Right, she's probably my priority, so I'm going to try and take her down with longbows. So let's pull this one forward. And so that's a swordsman, a storm sister. She does get a range penalty. I'm going to bring the swordsman forward. And this swordsman. So they're going to engage the baby spiders. I'm going to bring the Storm Queen forward a little bit further. Storm Sisters, I should say. And Sundrin, our rogue. She could kill the spider and she'll take a little bit of damage as well, but not enough to care. So yeah, let's just charge. And we'll save that there. Can these phase? No, they can't. So the Storm Sister leveled up already. That's an expert ranked longbowman. This is only a veteran. So we're just gonna move over here. They've not quite leveled up. And we have a little bit of knowledge. So that gives us our corrupted killers, which scoundrels gain XP 50% faster and evolve into lesser shadow stalkers. So I want to get some scoundrels out. I could get basic seafaring straight away now as well. Domain of life, target friendly sitting unit stationed, temperate terrain. That will give us more gold. That's useful for combat. Typical of a rogue. Yeah, I think getting that would be useful. I've not come across any water yet actually, so I'm not sure if it would be useful. Tell you what, I think I'll get more gold. Let's do it. So we'll just work towards that. Okay, Rescar's leveled up. So he's a druid, so I'm gonna wanna... I think keeping him at distance is good. Reduces the effectiveness of all enemy mounts. The only ones that I think I'm gonna have to worry about are probably the Black Knights, and not really too bothered about them at the moment. I think I'll just go for Druidry. So yeah, that increases his spell power. Okay, so we have 156. Right, so we've got these guys. They're still waiting over here for absorb population. I still want to wait for that really, so I'm not going to go too far. I'm not going to... Right, okay, let's just venture up here and explore here, see what this is about. So they're not aggressive independents. I don't think they're going to just come up into the mountains. I don't think they could anyway. Well, they could, but hopefully they won't. I don't have enough for the Nightshade Fairies yet. Over here, that's growing, so we've got 4 left, 4 turns before that grows into a village. What are we doing over here? Still building the storehouse. So swordsmen do a decent amount of damage now, 11. And they've also got backstab, so that makes them quite useful. But I also want these, yeah, and the cheap look. They're pretty cheap to, so they're going to gain experience much more quickly now. And they also do a decent amount of damage. Backstab, evolve. Yeah, I really want to get some of these, so let's get a couple of, I'll do one at a time. Get a couple of scoundrels out. Down here. Yeah, I've got nothing in this other city that gives, well, let's have a look. Rogue's Palace. I don't think I've built anything that says that they increase the rank of any units that are produced, so I might... No, I'll just leave it for now. When I'm not sure, I don't do anything, so let's just progress to the next round. So now we're going to be getting a lot more gold. Troops receiving training, receive training to 10 treasure sites upside down, blah blah blah. The value of rewards from treasure sites and gold pickups is increased by 20%. Incite revolt. That'll be a useful one actually. Pretty sure that'll be useful. Let's do that one. Okay, so we've got a scoundrel. We've got 200. I'm going to spend every penny and get the Nightshade Fairy, the Nightshade Hollow. So the scoundrel can't quite reach those haste berries, which is a shame. But I want to bring him to the front. I wouldn't mind, so those crows, bring them over here, so they're still in the mountains, which still makes them difficult to get to if anyone decided to come out and attack. So we're going to bring her back to this cave entrance, and this brings us a little bit closer to his, I think that's his throne city there. So this is where they killed Thanos. I will avenge you, brother. And that's used all our turns. Reskar, I'm going to bring him north. See if we can sneak. So they could sneak up a little bit and maybe get a little peek at what we've got. So there is Gamblag. He's got Crusaders with him, Razor Bows and Martyrs, decent artillery, Evangelists, Crusader, Black Knight. And there's probably a little bit more. No, that's it. But I don't, and he doesn't even, I don't think he has any walls in this city. He's probably gonna try and buy them quickly now, build them up. I don't think I've got the troops to face him. And there may well be hidden troops around there as well. Well, these are theocrats, so I don't think they specialise really in having hidden troops. I'll bring the ferries back, and I'll just perch these here for now on the edge of his domain. And we'll click forward. Okay, so we now control this city. I'm going to bring these, let's see. Bring these crows over here to get the extra casting points. Then back down to get the production resources. Hall of Chivalry, that would be pretty useful. And that'll give us our knights. So a Rider's Hall would be great. So this is our human town, so we can now build knights. I want to increase the effectiveness of knights, so I want to go for a for a Rider's Hall, so we'll produce that because we have enough. Human knights are really all and the priests are really all I'm interested in usually. I'm going to have these guys visit the shrine, which is going to give them life drain, and then they can come over here. So they can't yet, so I'm just going to keep these guys still just waiting. I'm going to bring the scoundrel over here. It's going to take him 2 turns. I guess it's quicker to use the teleporter. Yes, so we have that human city. The storehouse is finished over here, so that's going to grow a little bit more quickly. I'm just going to leave that because, I mean, I can't really do anything. It's really only here to increase our gold income and stuff, and knowledge and whatnot that you get from a city. Anything else? No, I'm just going to flick forward. Yeah, see, this is probably going to be a pretty tough army by the time I get to it if I'm not fast enough, if I'm not quick. I'm going to quick save because I'm a pussy, and this could be a mistake. So I'm going to bring her down. I don't think he'll launch an attack through here while I'm in his lands, because I want to bring this army over here to support. And we'll bring Reskar up here as well, so they're in a triangle formation, so they'll all be involved in any fight. This army's still the same, but he's brought in a Hellhound. He's summoned a Hellhound. I didn't really get the scoundrel in either, did I? Well, anyway, it doesn't matter because this battle's not the end. So we now have the Riders Hall down here. Do I have, let's see, Shooting Grounds, Guardhouse, Wooden Hall, Arena, Laboratory. Support units producing the city gain an additional rank, so that's going to be useful for when I build. So I'll be building the temple and the laboratory together to increase the effectiveness of the priests. But for now, I think I'll get a knight. So a decent, so he's got devastating charge, he's got decent attacks, shielded. So it's, you know, it's a pretty good all-rounder. I'll produce the knight. We're getting a little bit more of the. So what I'm going to do is cast this Poison Mastery spell, because now we've got a decent amount of mana income, so I can afford to do that. And I'm going to end the turn. So the scout has made it so far, but not far enough to be involved in this battle. Oh yeah, he has. What am I talking about? Yes, he has. Right, so might as well have this battle now and then finish this video. So she's leveled up. All the units in this army can do, so that's pretty good. First strike is pretty good as well though. So is projectile resistance. If I get projectile resistance, then I can get first strike as well. I think I'm going to go for that. Stronger than steel. Ah, see, that's really good as well. All the units get armor piercing and deal extra damage. Well, yeah, they get armor piercing, which causes them to deal 2 extra damage. I don't think, other than the shock troopers, they don't have shock troopers. They were crusaders, so crusaders might be armored, but you know what? That's a bit more. I'll get it. I'll get that one. And I could give them more melee strength. I think I'll just keep that point in reserve for now. Incite revolt. I could even. So it keeps an iron grip. I think I'm going to go for more points in this. That's expanded, so we now have a bit more knowledge. Right, so I'm just going to quick save and I'm going to get involved in this fight. So the scoundrel, I'll bring up to this position. Fairies will join. Ruskar comes down here, Sundrin here, and Ruskar's going to start this battle. It's a very likely victory, so if I screw this up, then it's ridiculous and I don't deserve to be playing this game. But we'll see. So Skin of Oil, so I guess he's got Fireball in his repertoire, so maybe we're going to be getting Fireballed soon. I don't mind if I lose a Monster Hunter though. So the main goal for me here is, if I'm going to be moving in, I need to be making sure I take out the artillery as quickly as possible. Can you blind artillery? Yeah, you can. That would be fantastic. We also have the artillery supported by Black Knights, so it would be useful to have some kind of pike unit, which I don't think I have. No, I don't. Okay. I'm going to push forward with my strongest units first, so let's bring the swordsman forward. Let's get them all in formation. I'm going to have longbow units in the back. Sundrin's going to be coming forward. We'll bring the flamers in. Give dragon ancestry to one of them. We'll bring him in, supported by monster hunter units. Let's get a flamer over here as well. The fairies and these guys are going to put on some pressure from the flank. And again, you know, I'm certainly not an expert in this game, so I imagine I'm going to end up losing units in very stupid ways. But I think most importantly, we need to try and blind. So that's going to help. How many turns is it blinded for again? 2? Ah, no, it's just blinded indefinitely. That would be fantastic if it is. Let's put it on medium speed. So, again, I really want to be pushing everyone forward as quickly as possible. So, swordsmen, they're going to be able to, right, so if I push these over to here, so they're going to get a charge now from the knights, and those knights are going to be in trouble if they do. The Crusaders can't reach that far, so I'm going to pull these flamers all the way forward. I've got a very strong feeling that oh wait a second, they've got the martyr that can throw javelins. Gamblag himself has got ranged attacks. We've got the razor bow here. The razor bow there are going to do any amount of damage if I allow them to. So let's bring the monster hunter and the flamer forward. Should we do some, let's cast some more spells. It'll be useful, just in case they clear blinded off this guy, it would be useful to stick blinded back on. I'm reluctant to bring the fairies too far forward just yet. Do these have projectile resistance? No, they don't, and they're not invisible or anything, so I'm just gonna, if I was to sprint, I still wouldn't get very far, so I'm just gonna pull them up a little bit, keeping the fairies in the back, just until I launch the attack over here. Tried to dispel blind and he failed, thankfully. Okay, so now I'm getting a bit closer. They've decided they're going to charge. These units over here have got life drain, which I forgot all about. Right, so yeah, they're just charging because they have to now. Okay, flamers, this is a perfect opportunity. To hammer them. I'm going to do some damage here. We can push the swordsman forward. I don't think he can fire his cannonball from point blank range. I could be wrong. The razor bow have already started to attack and they're going to annihilate the fairies if I let them, so they do a load of damage. That was great. So they're gone. What kind of damage can the Crusader? So if I mean, he has got a hell of a lot of defense. He does a lot of damage, so he's probably going to take the monster hunter scoundrels out if I let him. I'll let him get a little bit closer and then I'm going to annihilate him. I say that and it sounds really cool, but if they do next to no damage to this Crusader, then I am screwed. Let's see what protection. So he only has spirit protection, and the majority of their damage comes from different elements, so that should be fine. I think we're alright there. We've got the Hellhounds. These monster hunters are going to be perfect for that. They do take a bit of damage as well though, and they have got Crusaders here as well. Either way, I want to push these up and form a line. I'm going to bring him over here, and I would rather, let's cast this. That was a bit of a waste. So So I want to bring the swordsman over, and I'm going to form a frontline defense. So they're swordsmen as well. So I'm going to pull these over here. So I've got 2 swordsmen there forming a defense. So that allows my ranged units to come over here. And I'm reluctant to push him forward, so I'm going to keep, yeah, I think I'm going to keep these back just for now, because I've been playing a little bit carelessly so far. I think that should be okay. Let's push on. Ah, shit. That is just my luck. That is just my luck. Oh well. That is ridiculous. Okay, it's more important to get the cannon. I don't think I'm going to lose anyone, thankfully. The swords, she can do a decent amount of damage to the Crusaders, I guess. 3 lots of 6, 8, 3 lots of 5. What you got here? Blind. I could blind the cannon again, but there's no point. I think I'm going to use Holy Cure on the bowmen. I really don't want to lose those bowmen. I'm going to pull the Storm Sisters forward as far as I can. I'm just going to throw these swordsmen straight in here. Longbowmen are going to come forward. Again, these swordsmen, I think I'm just going to throw them right up front. Pull these longbowmen forward. He can't do, well, he can do a little bit of damage there. I need to get rid of that cannon. Oh, wait. Ah, he's got no... Right, let's move over here and see what we're doing here. Yeah, they do next to no damage to the Crusaders, so that was what I was kind of expecting. I was expecting to get screwed over a little bit. Yeah, this scoundrel should easily be able to let's click sprint, push him behind. Oh, you've got to be kidding me, haven't you? Oh, that is mental. Right, get him away. So there was no flank attack involved. He's probably going to just demolish him in the next go. Fantastic. Right, okay, so monster hunters, might as well just get rid of that. Swordsmen, that's the perfect. They're perfect to be fighting the Crusaders. Might as well finish the... Get rid of them. I've kind of left the strongest over here just sitting there. Probably should. But I want to get rid of this cannon. Right, who have we got left? Dragon Ancestors. Draconian Elders, I should say. So they've got some experience. Swordsman, let's just stick him on defense and see what Gamblag and the Crusaders do. How can they just run around? I don't get how they can run around without getting attacked. Again, just smells like bullshit to me. I've put these fairies in a pretty bad situation as well, because Gamblag is probably just going to go and just annihilate them again. Although they'll only do, I don't think he'll kill them. But just in case, let's get some people over here to support. He can't reach. They can't reach. So no one can reach, but still, what can you do? There we go. So we lost a scoundrel, which I'm gutted about because I really want to level them up and get some lesser stalkers. But we've taken the city. So we're one step closer. Okay, I think this video's kind of gone on long enough. So thanks for joining me, and I hope you'll join me in the next episode. Thanks a lot.